Welcome everybody. We are live. I don't this thing doesn't even tell me when we're live, so I was just like waiting. I don't know. Yeah, but like last time I did 3, 2, 1 and I told you like it still missed 10 seconds and this thing said we were live. I got to like wait till it pops up on YouTube. I don't know. It's a little bit. It doesn't give me a definitive we are live, but right now we're live if you want to talk to him.
I work in six different places, six different states right now.
How does that work out? That's
So
crazy.
yeah, so I mean, the guy that I started working fire protection with, that's kind of his thing in the one-stop shop fire protection. It's rather than going to a customer and handing them a backflow bill, a fire alarm bill, e-lights, all that thing. You guys know it sells itself, handing them one invoice and then having a license under that one umbrella. So I found a guy that's been in fire protection for like almost 30 years. And I went to school for business. I played football at Western Washington University, and that's what I got my degree in. Spent some time fishing. And then, when I found fire protection, I still had that like business mindset. Been working on boats and construction and kind of all over that shit my whole life. And this guy, I was actually on my way home from another job that I just got fired from for running a crane without the right tonnage license on it. And on my way home, this guy calls, or I emailed this guy about a Craigslist ad. And on the way home, I talked to him. We did an interview, and here I am 2.5 years later, still working for the guy.
Let's go.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. He
That's
does it
pretty
all.
gnarly.
Yeah, I had no interest. Like I was so fishing. I know you guys wanted to talk a little bit about the fishing stuff. I feel like we should talk more about fire protection, But I was like the certified fireman on the fishing boats out in the Bering Sea, and so my uncle's a fire chief. He teaches at academy in Cabot, Arkansas. So I've kind of been around it my whole life. But as soon as I got into it, learned a little bit about what we do, it's just like it sells itself for me. You could walk away from a building and know, like, hey, I'm responsible for the safety of this building, and I can guarantee that it's functioning correctly. It's a satisfying feeling for me.
It
And
is.
so, like, looking into the industry, like I was telling Bobby, it's like just on the sprinkler side alone, I read recently it was like a $330 billion industry. And from a business
Whew.
mindset, I can take a step back and look at it and go, man, there is enough of this pie for everybody to have a little chunk.
That's a lot of dough.
So yeah. And that's, stepping back from it. And then now I walk into a building and I can't go into a building without looking at the pull station, looking at the e-lights, looking at the
Shoot,
sprinkler
no,
setup.
absolutely not. So the other day I was at dinner with my now wife. Actually, so we got married Saturday, and then Saturday night we went to we went to our hotel room and all that stuff. Had the champagne delivered, the whole deal. And then
Right.
later on, around like 8 or 9 o'clock, she was like, "Man, I want some ramen." So we went down to like Midtown Atlanta, and in ramen they take this torch and they will like barbecue your
Right.
ramen. And then I was looking at it, and then I looked over and saw her, and then she looked up. I was like, "Oh shit, you're checking the sprinkler heads."
That's cool.
She's already the sprinkler wife.
The sprinkler wife, yeah.
That's awesome. What's up,
That's
guys?
killer.
We got Tyson,
What's
Karad,
up,
and Wayne
Tyson?
in the chat already. Hope everyone's having a good night.
Yeah, that's
Thanks
awesome.
for
So
joining us.
so it was not just like normal fishing. I mean, this is
Oh
like,
No.
yeah. So you gotta talk about how you got into the sprinkler industry. But first, you were a fisherman.
this
Uh,
is like big balls like
basically the
fishermen.
basically
This
the
isn't
the
pier
deadliest
fishing on a
catch.
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so I played college football, right? And I got out of college, I was done with football, and I was like, I don't know what else to do. I was a jock my whole life. You know what I mean? I was like, I've got all this energy. I'm in tip top shape. I was going through some like personal shit in my life where I just was like, I need to do something with my body while I'm young. I'm strong. Let's do the craziest thing I could do. So I hit up this guy that manages they're called Clipper Seafoods out of Seattle, Washington. And he's like, look, I've got this 226 foot vessel. We're doing an offload in Seattle right now. It's going to be 28 hours straight. There's no sleep. You'll get a meal in between, but it's just straight hucking 60-pound cases of fish out of the freezer hold for 26 hours, nonstop, just going. And this was like the
That's
first time
hardcore.
I'd ever done. Yeah, I'd never done anything fishing related, you know, just being in the gym and being active. But I did the offload, and by the time we were done, I was, you know, there was 3 guys that had fished on the boat that were still there, and nobody else was there. Like everybody else was racked out, or they were just, you know, taking a cigarette break, or they were done. And the deck boss looked at me. He's like, "You can do this. You can come with me." And I stayed on his boat for almost 6 years.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
And you go out to
Yeah.
how long are you out to sea?
So the longest I ever did was 90 days.
What
I did
the
90 days without seeing
fuck?
land. That's 500 nautical miles from land, brother. That's in. So what they call it fisheye.
Woo!
You've been out there. You've been out there a significant amount of time. People start getting agitated. I mean, you're around 16 dudes constantly. There is no days off. You're working 17-hour days. I mean, the living
Damn.
situations are like you're in a stateroom that's like 5 by 5 with 6 dudes. You
There has to be
rotate
tons of
sleeps.
fights.
Oh, dude, they take it to the freezer hold and just, I mean, after, I'm not much of a fighter. Like, you really got to piss me off for me to want to hit you in the face. But like, after 90 days, I was fighting this 350-pound Samoan. I was telling everybody off, you know, you're just a different person. Like, I had to tell myself, like, fuck, I got to take a break. I don't care how much money I'd come home with. It wasn't worth it, you know,
Dude, that's
start losing
fucking
your sanity a
crazy.
little bit. Yeah. A lot of
Now,
Whoa.
death and chaos
90
surrounds
days.
you, man. Like a lot of death and chaos that you just get accustomed to. I was telling Bobby the other day, like it got really boring for me when I got back from fishing. Everything just kind of like stood still on land. I'm just used to like chaos around me all the time, drinking a cup of coffee with the speakers blaring in my
go,
ears,
go,
like,
go, 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 go.
fucking let's go. Coffee and cigarettes, just let's go.
Jeez.
It's I don't wish that career. It's not a career. It'll turn you into old man really quick. But I have like this rite of passage mentally, you know, like I shake a guy's hand that's fished in the Bering Sea and we have an understanding of like that lifestyle up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's badass. I don't know if I could spend fucking 90 days on a boat.
Well,
I
it's
don't
not even
wish it
just
on
spinning
my
on a,
worst enemies. I don't wish it on my worst enemies, bro. It's not fun.
because it's also cold and and it's in rough seas and you're getting hammered.
Cold and wet. 90 days.
So the weather, dude, the first time I went out to the top deck and 90-foot swells, I'm talking like skyscrapers at you, because usually you're in the middle of the boat, right? So I worked on this long liner where you set an anchor on one end and then you run a line like 20 miles and then set another anchor in it. Then you go to the other end and haul it up all day. And you're just fucking, there's a guy out there picking fish, which is what I did, rolling fish on the roller. Well, like, dude, I'd wake up from a dead sleep of like 5 hours sleep, and I'd wake up 10 minutes later and be doing like 100 miles an hour intense labor, and I'd still be fucking sleeping. My hands would be going a million miles an hour, spinning gear and doing shit. But I'm not on. Lights are on. Nobody's home.
That's fucking
You
crazy.
know. So like, getting lifted up out of your bed while you're sleeping, there's just some crazy shit that you see out
Well, we're happy to have you now in the sprinkler industry.
there, man.
So where are you right now?
I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
And you live
I live in Palm Springs, California now. Recently, shout out to my girlfriend Brielle. She's big supportive of the show. She's supporting you guys, and she loves that I have somebody to talk to at 4 o'clock in the morning when
Yeah,
she's still sleeping. So,
that's awesome. Yeah, she's been a great support. We appreciate her. So is this like your house out there or what? You're renting?
I got my Airbnb paid for. So I'm the only inspector technician without kids. I'm not married yet. I don't have like a family of kids like tying me down to an area, you know. So I took it upon myself before I was dating my girl when I started this. I'm like, fuck it, I love traveling. I can live out of a suitcase. So I mean, my boss loves me, man. I can just go to an area that he's licensed in. He knows that the work that I'm capable of doing, and I can go in 6 different states under his license and do the same job.
Takes a
Wow.
plane to work, dude.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty.
try.
So what do you do
Sometimes I
about tools? You
drive.
just have a bag of like a Klein bag of tools.
I got an office here, a 5 by 10 office that I keep in town that we rent for like $500 a month. I stock it with extinguishers, the annual stuff, tags, stuff like that, and then any big repairs, I'll just ship straight directly to the customer. I won't store it at
And you
all.
what? Just rent a van?
What up,
No,
Quentin?
I've got a rig. I've got a company rig. I've got a smart car. My boss wrapped a couple smart cars with the logos on it. I take that to trade shows. You know,
Oh,
I'm
and that
working for
stays
this little outfit.
that
Go ahead.
stays in Albuquerque?
That stays with me. I'm the only one that's got the balls enough to drive it over 50 miles an hour. Dude, it gets a little wobbly after 60. I'm not going to lie. The thing is, as long as my arms are. But I've got like plenty of headroom, but it's fucking cool, man. I'll drive
What?
the
It's
shit
a
out of that
little
So
little
how
thing.
smart, a
tall are
little
you?
smart car?
Yeah, it's a little smart car. We've
So
got
how
two
tall
of
are
them, and
you
I'm the
though?
only 6'2".
Yeah, and how do you fit in there? I'm 6'2" as
Dude,
well,
it's roomy. It's like a bubble. It's got headroom, bro.
like an
It's
egg.
killer. 57 miles to the gallon, 3-cylinder Mercedes. It's killer.
He's my gladiator. Does not do
Oh,
that.
wait. So you got a Sprinter van?
No, I had a Sprinter van. I had a Dodge ProMaster is what I started with. That's what I was doing when I worked in Washington before I started traveling. That's all I did was windshield time, 2-3 hour drive time, doing inspections in Washington, right? Well, then I took it upon myself to move to these regions where I'm the only guy here. So now I'm the workforce here in Albuquerque.
That's pretty cool. So we
So what's the schedule
we
usually
gotta get
like?
you a guy out there.
I need a guy right now. I used one of my buddies he's a cook. He runs a food business here and sells cars. I got him tagging extinguishers today to help me out. It's kind of cool.
What's up? So what's your like schedule? Because you're the only one doing it and stuff. So is it like 9 to 5 or what?
It's kind of ran. I mean, I don't like working at 9 o'clock. I'd rather start at 5 o'clock in the morning, but getting people
I
to
think
wake
that's
up
all of
before
us.
nine.
Me too.
Yeah, it's horrible, bro. I can't get anybody to wake up in the desert before nine. But a lot of my stuff is so 3 months of the year we do 19 properties here in Albuquerque. So we specialize in apartments. That's our biggest customer. We have a relationship with them. They're a property management company. They only do apartments. So all I have here really in Albuquerque are 19 apartment complexes and a few other small businesses, but we do the annual inspections for 2 to 3 months in the beginning of the year, and then the rest of the year is the service and repairs. I can keep two guys busy here year round.
Wow.
You hear that? Who's watching? Who's watching's in the area? Wants to do some
Yeah,
sprinklers?
I've
Albuquerque.
got an I've got a nice little dangling group of customers here for somebody that wants to service Albuquerque. I'm not staying here.
We can keep you at home with the girl and the cat.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good to know. So what are all
Let's
the
see.
states?
Copy link.
So I've got
Posting.
New Mexico, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, California, and Arizona now.
Damn.
Okay.
And so these are where my boss or my journeyman. He's that's what he's doing right now. I'm the workforce in the field with my technicians. He's off getting licensed in new areas, meet new customers, which is where I kind of help him on that end as well. You know, we're not just an inspector. We're the salesman, the customer service, the electrician, the glorified maintenance guy. You know, that's our relationship with this customer.
And your name is not a social media personality. That's your actual name.
Tester, yeah, Tester's
Tester.
my last name. That's right.
I was wondering that because when I first seen you on
Yeah, Brian,
Instagram.
my last name is Tester, by the way. I don't know if you knew my last name or not, but it really is
No,
Tester.
It's Chad the
that's awesome.
Tester. Chad Tester the Tester.
Yeah,
Chad
ironically.
Tester.
Yeah.
It's
That's
awesome.
funny. That's funny. And so um I have some national accounts. So
Yep.
I might hit you up for some work.
Yeah.
Add to it. Add to it. That'd be cool. So everybody pretty much gets brought into fire protection. It's not like something you just go and apply for, but you were different because you were just rolling through Craigslist and it was like, oh, I know a little bit about this.
Well, that's the
Is
second
that how
person
that
It,
that
went?
that's the second person that's found it via Craigslist.
Is that
well,
still a thing? I know it was 2 years ago, but 2 years ago, Craigslist was hot.
Craigslist is still hot. What are you saying?
Craigslist is still hot.
Is it?
If I'm looking for something, I'm going right to Craigslist.
Oh, I thought it was like all Facebook Marketplace now.
Facebook Marketplace is only
Indeed.
good for people saying, "Is this available? Is this still
Jeez,
available?" Well, yeah, it's fucking available. It's on here.
Let go was a
I
thing
hate
for a
that.
little while
Offer ups
too.
like
Oh,
that. Is this available? Is this
I
available?
did let go. Yeah, is this available? Is this available? Yeah, it's on here. It's fucking available, bud.
And then you say yes, and they disappear. Nothing.
Hey, is that weighted vest bulletproof?
No, no.
Oh,
So it's different castings. So it's only like just weights,
and
plates.
what is it? 20 pounds?
Yeah, 20 pounds. So they're curved too, just like a normal like hard body
So
plate would
it's
be.
like body armor, and it's the same
Yeah,
weight. Might as
yeah.
well.
It's just running is just people are gonna hate me for this. It's just too easy. So no,
So you
no.
weigh
If
you
I'm
weigh
not
yourself down.
suffering, it's
Yeah.
not a workout. You know.
Do you put ankle weights on too?
No,
Well,
no,
let's get
no.
some ankle
But
weights and
people
some wrist
look at
weight.
me crazy enough.
Well, you definitely just looked like a you're just the guy that's like just treading through the woods with your bulletproof vest on.
Mm. But it's cool though because like,
Oh shit.
so there's guys that are running in where I run by the river. It's pretty busy. So like that's motivation because I know they're looking at me. And
They're
I'm
like,
like, I
damn,
can't be a bitch. Like
he's got
I gotta keep going. I can't let them see my weakness. And
he's
it just
got an
like
extra
push.
20 pounds on him. I gotta
Then
start running.
I'm dying on the inside, but I'm like, they can't see my
They
weakness, you
can't
know?
see that.
No.
They don't know.
I love that.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna puke. It's like, yeah.
I gotta like everything that we're doing, regardless if you're in fire protection or not. I don't know if you guys can notice, but anybody in our industry that's motivated and is causing a little bit of ruckus and noise about what we do, we're kind of, I don't know if you see the stories that just keep happening. Just since I've been following you guys and like sharing, it just keeps growing and growing and growing. I don't care if it's
Yes.
fire protection, construction. I don't care. We're setting a good example for people to get interested in what we do. And I'm going to support that till
Absolutely.
the fucking end.
I'm
I
with
don't
you,
care
man.
what it is. Like, let's these kids,
Yeah.
I've been hiring people the last year, and no offense to my younger crowd out there, but there's a work ethic on this cusp of like mid 20s and younger where it's just this they entitlement, like, hey, I know I can make this much money, I should just make this much money. That sweat on the brow thing, that mentality that our dads gave us back in the day, I want to reinstill that in the youth of our country, man. Like, everybody's getting softer, and it's like
That's
there's a
it.
It's
few
so
group of
soft,
guys.
man.
So soft.
And
It's
if you notice, like, all of the people, we're that bridge. Our generation, I don't know how old you are, Brian, but Bobby's around my age, and we're like that bridge
He's right
between.
there.
Yeah, you're right there, and you can notice there's a common theme in all of us. Like, we're all caring about our work. We're prideful in our work, but we're
there's
able to
so
use
much
this.
pride.
Yeah, and then we're able to use this media platform that some of these older guys that taught us how to do what we do don't know how to use. And we're that bridge in between the two. And if we can make kids excited about turning a wrench or getting dirty, like, let's fucking go, because we need more of those.
For real.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I'd love it, man. I love it. I love all aspects. I had to slow down because I'm no longer the guy with the wrench in my hand. So I had to slow down and remember that. Um, but
Never
man, it's
slow
just
down.
No, fuck
well,
no, I
I
can't.
know if I'm fixing something, I'm not making any money anywhere else. So, but
That's it.
it's just hard to watch and see people work, and I'm like, I just want to tell them just scoot over, just move over, watch me do it. Just like, give me a wrench.
Is it is
Right.
it is it Brielle or Brielle?
Brielle.
Brielle. She says y'all are killing it. Thanks, girl. Are you on a phone right now, Chad?
Yeah, I'm on my iPhone 14
Can you
Pro
turn
Max.
can you turn it? Give us a quarter turn so we can see more of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
I like that one better.
Can you see that
I
one?
should have I should
yeah.
have
Now
told you
you're
that
full
earlier.
frame.
Now we're full frame,
I
baby.
almost went out and sat in the sunset out there and give you guys some sunshine that you don't get out there in Boston. But
Yeah, we had sun today, but it's like it's bedtime right now, so it's not so sunny. I
oh,
was
it's
It
all
was
right. I
nice.
always
It's like
forget.
I was
70, 73, 74
I leaf
today in
blowed for
Atlanta.
4 hours after work yesterday and 3 hours today. Shirt off. It's nice out.
So what happens to the leaves? So you get massive amounts of snow, and then it just covers leaves, and the leaves just sit there
No,
until.
no. If you care about your yard, you get rid of the leaves well before the snow. So I'm not leaf blowing leaves, bro. I'm leaf blowing like there is leaves, but it's mostly like sticks. I have a gravel driveway, so the snow blower sends fucking gravel everywhere. The plow fucking pushes on my lawn, so I'm like I'm really leaf blowing rocks and dirt and dust, and I'm aerating the lawn, and I'm just making a big dust cloud for all my neighbors. And then there's a dividing wall to my neighbors who are new neighbors because the old neighbors passed away, and I don't know if they're fond of it or not. But if their trees, branches, and leaves are falling into my shit, I'm throwing it all over the wall, and they're all outside trying to enjoy themselves, and I'm just making a dust cloud and just throwing sticks into their yard. I don't know if he says anything. I'm gonna be like, bro, that you're fucking sticks, right? I don't
And
know.
we wonder why the last ones died, Bobby. We wonder why the last ones are
Yeah,
gone.
bro, you're stressing them out, man.
I called him old.
Living
I
next
called
door.
him. I called him Jenkins, old man Jenkins. They were old.
Did they give you crap? We're like, hey,
Uh,
stop blowing stuff in
so
my
when
yard.
so I came with the city that I came from, you were able to put one big item out a week. So you like put a couch, for instance, on trash day once a month. Sorry. And so when I came to this with the town over, I thought maybe we still had the same rules. So I threw an old couch out on the street. This is like we had been living here for 6 months, and here comes old man Jenkins with his cane. I watched him walk all the way down his long ass driveway, and then he comes all the way up my driveway, and he knew my former address, and he had this printout of the rules of how we do it in this town. And he goes, I know you came from so and so, but that's not how we do it here, kid. And he gave me the paper. He's like, take the couch off the street. I'm sick of looking at it.
Damn. Hey, I like him.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
like
liked
him.
I liked him too
But
because
that's
I was like,
100% what you would
I
do,
said, why the
Bobby.
fuck aren't they taking this couch? Like, what? Why are they leaving it here? Yeah, I had to go fill out a form. You had to go fill out a form. My bad. Sorry, Jenkins.
That's
Rest in-
100% something you would do, Bobby. I could
Um,
see you with
yeah,
your
well, you
mustache and your
gotta
cane.
if you're a little bit about upset about something, you should tell the person instead of just not telling them because they're not gonna
Yeah,
know. They're not
Communication.
gonna
that.
know.
Right.
Communicate. You know.
Yeah.
I have a hard time holding things in, so if you're pissing me off, I'm gonna tell you most of
I
the
think
time.
that's common in the trades.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
fuckhead.
that's another thing. So I brought that up. Like, so my wife, she works at a law office, and and there is drama with the girls. There is, there is, but it's mostly like Latinas too. So, huh?
Oh, she's right there watching.
Not confidential drama.
The drama's confidential.
Yeah, yeah. You don't get that at fire protection companies. You
No,
know, you got a problem. You go
no,
to the person's office. No, I mean, it's not just. There's a little bit more because they are Latinas.
that's great. No. So
She's
married,
telling him what he's allowed to say right now.
married life looks good on you guys though.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
She's cooking. She's
Great.
cooking for you like more meals than you need.
Dude, you know, she feeds the crap out of me. But she did that from the beginning. My youngest son, so they were on spring break, so they stayed with us. And my youngest son was like, "Dad, Sarah's overfeeding me." I was like, "Bro, I get it." Like,
Oh, that's
no,
awesome.
Eli would be like, "I'm done." She's like, "No, finish it." Finish it.
So how long are you in Albuquerque?
I'm here for another week and a half. I'm flying Brielle out here this weekend. See, that's the other thing is like I stay in a different part of the city every time I travel. So like when I first met Brielle, I told her I'm travel all the time, and she came. We didn't even know each other. We have no common friends, no common similarities at all. She met me at a random place. I was doing inspections for a week in Camas, Washington, and here we are, like a year and some change later, still
Whoa.
hanging out, kicking it. Yeah,
It was meant to
it's
be.
pretty
So
cool.
and so oh, so you get to pick your Airbnb.
Yeah, like I obviously I'm a company like I'm never gonna ask my boss for something without just not handing him a bunch of money that I just made him 2 days before that. You know what I mean? We have a good relationship. Like, hey, I just made you 15 grand yesterday. By the way, I'm gonna get these parts. You know what I mean? We have a good relationship like that.
Right.
So as long as I find a immediate average price place, he's cool with letting me try a different part of the city. It's kind of
That's
cool, man.
yeah, that's very exciting because you're mixing it up. You're working, you're traveling.
Yeah,
You're
and when
you're
I'm traveling and I'm gone, dude, I'm still the service manager. I'm still service calls. I have a great relationship with our biggest customer where they can call me for. I've got a group of maintenance guys that could damn near troubleshoot alarms for me. You know what I mean? Like that is I can do over the phone. Put me on FaceTime. Let me look at the riser. You know what I mean? And if
Yeah,
I'm 2,000 miles away and all you have to do is close a valve until I get there Monday, let's go. You know,
yeah,
let's not like panic over 3 days when all you have to do is silence an alarm.
yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You're in like you're in a rare spot where you get to
Well, I'm
travel.
like I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Like I know you guys know a plumber and electrician is two different kind of guys. That is
Right.
a different guy. You
Yeah.
know, so for what I do as a service manager, electrician, a fire extinguisher guy, it takes a different kind of guy.
Yeah.
It does. You got to want to do it all.
See, up here in the I don't in Massachusetts we don't fuck with any fire alarms. As a sprinkler guy, unless you are a licensed electrician in Massachusetts, you're not touching us. You're not touching an electrical panel.
Sure. Right.
So that's like an aspect. I'm kind of jealous. A lot of you guys I see, you guys are fucking with panels as well. Like, so you're your
Yeah,
own
I
alarm
do
guy.
as well.
You guys see me, everyone,
Yeah,
like, people will always be in my DMs, like, how do you make videos and fucking still get shit done? Like, dude, it takes me 20 minutes to do my work, and then like I'm in their
For
house.
sure.
I'm in their house. They're like, oh well, we have this and this and this. We'll fill you at 10. I'm like, all right,
Right.
well I can go put on a couple plates up here. I can go do this paperwork, but then I'm like, I can't go anywhere. I gotta wait till fill, make sure there's leaks. I'm really not supposed to be leaving the area that's drained anyway. So I'm usually at the mercy of like the drain and fill guys, because in the hospitals I'm not draining or filling. They're doing that. They shut their pump. They
Hmm.
turn their
right,
valves.
right.
And you guys are just like fucking blasting fire hydrants off at people and fucking setting off the horns and strobes whenever you want.
So much
Fucking
fun.
Yeah, well, on the
So
non-union side, I'm sure you know, Brian, on the non-union side, I mean, every place that I go to is different. You guys know every region that you go to, there's different jurisdictions, there's different licensing for different territories.
yep.
But I'm finding like we're here in New Mexico, it's damn near like the wild, wild west. I mean, you can have a low voltage electrical car to go in and run and test fire alarms and work on fire alarms. No NICET required in the state. I have my NICET one and it's not even required, and so you're trying to do your job the best of your ability as an inspector, and you're kind of limited to the local jurisdiction. You're like, that's not right, but these guys passed on it.
Hey, move your
it's
thumb.
it's sorry about that. But
Oh,
it's
that
just
is
it's kind of
true.
it's a weird place, man. And for you on the union side, so think of it this way: if you went into a hospital and you wrote up 3 stories of repair, remote, whatever you had to do, the hospital's going to pay that bill all day. Going into places where if you write up 10 extinguishers, they're going to be not paying their employees the next week.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? So like you could write up whatever you want as an inspector, but these customers that I'm dealing with, they're not huge conglomerate companies where they can just pay 20 grand in their maintenance bills. So I'm kind of working at the mercy of the customer as well.
that's true. Yeah, the hot like
Yeah, you guys want tools? You guys want tools? You're gonna have whatever you fucking want. Like we gotta go make our money to get tools. If you want a new pipe
Yeah.
threader, go make some money.
yep. I can order any tool that I would need
Anything you want.
that I can justify that I need it. I could get it.
Sure.
The thing about
Like
testing
your
and
little threader.
dude, I had to you know how many videos I had to like I was screen recording YouTube and chopping it up, and then I'm like, look how sick this threader is. I could use it for this, this, and that. And then finally there was these two jobs that presented themselves where I had to add a sprinkler in a closet where the 1 inch was just passing through, and I couldn't work in the hallway, and I couldn't get onto the other side. It was like surgery or something, so I justified the threader. I cut it in the only room I had access to, and I did my first ever thread with it up in the air, and I just fell in love. Now I use that thing all the time.
And you don't get messy. I just feel like with the oil, with the threading oil, and like the way it's
I
situated.
get the times that I do get messy, you guys will see it because I'm pissed. Like I pulled this end cap off, and you could feel the vacuum going in. I was playing with the rubber, it's sucking in, and then like I just pulled it off a little bit, and it just like it did like that, like where it must have gulped down this end, and it gave me like a little bit of air, and it just
Hmm.
fucking, and I got that thick, all it was in my eye and in my mouth.
Uh,
I'm doing demo, I'm getting
yeah.
dirty. Fucking
Blow out Bobby.
blow out
At it
Bobby.
again.
And every time I go there, the super, every time he's like, "Don't get any water on the floor." I'm like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, it's freaking demo, dude.
Dude, like these
Like,
guys literally have an axe and they're just chopping studs. They have a sawzall. They're just cutting door frames in half. They're like, fucking whole place is dust. I'm like, dude, like a little bit of water might help us. I may be able to breathe a little
Mm-hmm.
bit. It's dust control. But
Hey,
Screw the next guy.
it
Screw the
is
next
nice that
guy.
you're
yeah,
able to do Airbnbs. So I did a military contract, and part of it was I had to switch hotels every week,
Mm-hmm.
and I got really good at staying at hotels every week and
Yep.
switching. But it sucked, and we didn't have we had a card for dinner and stuff. We ate steak every night, but
Mm-hmm.
it would have been way nicer to come home to a house
yeah,
with
he's
a
got a whole
kitchen.
house right here. He's cooking dinner and
Yeah,
let's
Full
go.
kitchen.
I mean
Let's
you're
go. I
living
got a little. Yeah, it's nice, bro. And this is cheaper than staying in a hotel.
Yeah,
You know,
and you're
and you
it's
good
got
by
nice,
more.
yourself. Like
bro.
you're
I've been on my own for a while. Yeah, I'm pretty resilient on my own. That's how I've been for a long time.
So what's the secret? You like your quiet time, your space, and all that.
No, I just like I told you the football thing, man. Like I thought I had my whole life laid out for me. I went through some traumatic stuff personally. I talked to Bobby a little bit about it, but I had a drinking problem for a while after I got out of college, and since I quit drinking, I just my life's gone upwards. You know what I mean? Like the common denominator in everything that I had, like with the fishing came the coming home with all that money, blowing it all in a couple weeks. You know what I mean? It was just a up and down, highs and lows lifestyle.
Which I heard that is pretty normal. Blowing the money right after you get back, kind of thing.
Dude, so I fished for this guy, Damon, who he was a deckhand for like 25 years, bro. This guy looked like he was 150 years old. You know what I mean? Just this little guy been fishing forever. He had come home from a 6 month stint out there fishing and went and bought a ZR1 Corvette. And within 25 minutes, this guy was drunk when he bought the Corvette and wrapped it around a tree and went fishing the next weekend. You know, it's like these guys are just not human. It's not a lifestyle you should be living. You
That's
shouldn't give a
fucking
fucking drunk 70 grand and say have fun.
holy
So
shit.
so in 90 days you can make 70 grand
So you can't
roughly.
you can't really make that kind of money anymore. It's too commercialized. Like you're splitting the pot with too many people. But I met a deckhand. So in the late '80s, crabbers could. I met a deckhand that had made $84,000 in 4 days, and he didn't sleep. They were doing blow the entire time. Like they were just. It's just a wild freaking
Just
lifestyle, man.
get
And
through it.
it's
Woo.
yeah, just make it to the end.
And 10 years ago, I might have been down for something like that.
Whoa.
It's
Well,
wild. And then
me and Bobby, we both had our drinking times, and it was rough, man.
Yeah, I did a lot of fucking drinking. I still showed up to work every day. I still was able to manage like
me too.
creating a great career and like not
Dude,
getting in
yeah, but I
trouble
was
at work
sloppy,
and
when I was hungover all day. Dude,
ooh, I'd start the day with a steak and cheese, a couple sodas, a couple cups of coffee, and then like at lunch I would just start drinking again.
I was
Go
a
out.
binge drinker. I was a binge drinker, man. Once I started, you were stopping me for 3 or 4 days. I'm missing. I'm waking up at the blow guy's house,
Dust
what down the
control
road,
is
you know.
free. Don't charge extra for that. That's what I tell the GCs. Yep. Yo, what up, Teague? Oh, we got
well,
both
see,
Teagues.
I still drink, but it's very moderate.
Little
And I
bumpy
told
poos for the
my wife
boys.
too, like, hey, like, don't let me like bring alcohol. Like, watch me. Like, if I start, it's like if I have a drink one day and have a drink the next day, say something. Like,
Yeah,
let's keep this kind of
it's
controlled.
all or nothing for Bobby. I had to shut that thing off.
Me too.
Like
Yeah.
anything we were doing, anywhere I would go, I'd need like I'd have a bottle of Jameson with me or whatever. Like where we drink, I'd be pre-gaming. Going to Fenway, I'd suck down a pint 100 proof SoCo. Like before I got in
Mm-hmm.
the car to go to Fenway because I was gonna drink the whole time there. But I mean, like by the time I got there, I'm smashed.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good lifestyle. But same, once I stopped drinking, the lifestyle
See,
just
when I go to work at the club, I never drink. Like, you're allowed to drink, do whatever you want to do, but I never drink at the club either.
oh
That's
you
not a place to be drinking where
oh
you do,
you could
Brian. That's
drink as the bouncer.
As the bounce, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, that'd have
Yeah,
been a sick job. Fucking 10
yeah.
years ago. Drink and fucking get paid, and you're allowed to. Huh.
yeah, but now you guys got a podcast called Dope and Tape now, and you got your shit together. So I
Dope
mean,
and
you call it
tape.
what it is. That's right.
That's right.
My shit's a little
I
bit
mean, we're
more
really doing
together.
something. And it keeps us
What up,
grounded.
Doom?
for sure.
I like this. I like the little community we got. Appreciate you coming on. So
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the one of the big, drivers for this is to create a community. That's one of the, I would say like that's one of the biggest things that was pushing it. Of course, we love it. We
right.
Bobby's third generation, I'm second generation. We both just fell in love with it, but one of the like solid drivers to doing this is to make it more widespread so like people can hear, kids can hear about it in high school.
I love
Because
going
right now
on
it's
and
Yeah.
just
like
plumbing, electricity, welding.
I
Like,
would watch like the electrician videos and the plumbing videos, and I'm like, damn, I wish I could see what fucking sprinkler fitters are doing, And
yeah, what about those
Hmm.
guys?
Sprinkler Life really, I guess he's kind of the goat of sharing all the sprinkler content, and we started sharing my shit and
That's how I found you guys.
Sprinkler
Sprinkler Life.
Life. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, he's like 5,000
I always thought it
followers.
was you in the beginning, Bobby. I
he's
thought it
got
was
more.
you
I think
running up
he
4 Instagrams.
yeah no. A lot of people think that Sprinkler Life was
and
me. No,
and he
that's
and he made he left Dope and Take TikTok and made his own TikTok.
what is it?
You left Dope and Tate TikTok and made your
No, I
own.
I still have Dope and Tape TikTok. I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about TikTok.
I
I,
stopped posting. I
it,
just gave up on TikTok, the whole
I
thing.
have them both. I could go from Dope and Tape or Bobby. It's just I don't know. But I had that one video that got 2 million views, and
I hit 2.7 accidentally once on TikTok.
that's what I did.
I
I
was
was
telling
showing.
you that fishing video. It was a fish that his stomach had looked like a Scream mask from the movie Scream. And so the internet found it and it went bonkers and I couldn't open up my phone without it just da 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 da. And I was like, fuck this, I'm deleting it. I don't want to be known as the dead fish guy, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you
But look,
deleted it. That's right. It was going fucking bonkers. I don't have
well,
notifications on
and
for
if
TikTok.
I guess, well, I guess you can make some money off of it if you over 1 million views, you can start making some money off of it. But that was like right at the beginning of COVID. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, you know?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
got
know.
like two
I
million
think
views. We got 2 million views on the Dope and Tape fucking TikTok. So fucking someone better be paying up, the bastards.
well, it seems like if you don't have tits, you're not making money on it
I think on
on
all these apps you don't
platforms.
get paid till you have 10,000 followers. I've never made a dime off of any social media. I know
No.
Instagram you need 10,000 followers to start making money, unless you're like
And
unless you're special.
you get a million views on something. I think you can get $10,000 a month from marketing companies. They'll pay you 10 because you're touching 1,000 people or 1 million people.
A million people, yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Rumble. So I've
That's
I've
yeah,
been
it's
thinking about
easy.
Rumble. Rumble's like the new. YouTube's been good to us though. We have a good relationship with YouTube. They're not fucking with us, and we're not fucking with them.
yeah,
So
yeah.
thank you, YouTube. But if YouTube wants to start acting up, we'll go like everybody else, and we'll switch right to Rumble. Clapper. What are you talking about, Teague?
Yeah. What are you talking about, T? Don't trust T. He's been drinking.
Teague's definitely on some Mick Ultras. Oh no, he was sending me he's what are you on? He's drinking Trulies. He was pre-gaming with Trulies. Now he's doing the Mick Ultras. He just said Clapper. Clapper what? So what's on the agenda tomorrow,
For
Chad?
twice.
Tomorrow, I start a new property of annuals. I do the first 2 days. I do in-unit inspection, so I got to go into like 300 units tomorrow, which is kind of crazy. You see 300 living habits all in a row. It's kind of I'm sure you, Brian, you've been in some situations. Dogs. I've been hit by a cane. There's all
Tons.
kinds of crazy shit in in-unit stuff.
Yeah, I got a crazy story for you. So, this is like when I was an apprentice with my father, and I just got my license. So this is my first apartment complex and my first inspection I'm doing. Corporate brought down a guy to like drill me to make sure I knew what I was talking about and kind of shadow us. So me, my father, and the corporate guy walk into this one apartment complex. Well, one apartment. We walk in, there's a long hallway. There's a living room, kitchen, long hallway, two bedrooms. So I'm just looking. I mean, it's quiet. Nothing's going on. And then I'm just looking at the sprinkler heads with my flashlight. Walk to the end. There's like a one-eyed, scarred up pit bull. And the thing
Hmm.
saw me and then freaked out. So I'm kicking in the face on the way back. He's grabbing my boot. And I'm kicking him, threw my flashlight at his face, and I ended up I got bucked at him. Nothing. Like I'm just like kicking the crap out of this dog, and he's trying to like eat me.
What the
So
fuck?
me, the maintenance guy, my dad made it out of the front, and we were like, "Holy crap!" I'm bent over, like, "Geez." And now we look around, no corporate guy. He's not in there. He's so this apartment's on the third floor, and he's on the balcony. Like, so
That's
we ended up
great.
having to get an extension ladder to get him down.
Oh, you didn't want to go through
Yeah. Well, not with the freaking crazy dog.
the dog
And
fighter?
then, yeah, he said the corporate guy said, "We're done for the day. We're going. We're going home."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
great.
if I see a big dog, if I hear a big dog behind the door that's not in a cage or there's nobody home, I'll hand the maintenance guy a tag after the inspections are over and call it no access. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go get my throat bit off either.
So
Yeah,
here's the
that
thing.
seems
Yeah.
crazy.
So I highly recommend this if the dog looks aggressive in any way.
Right.
Not the reason why I say that. Let's say it's a super small dog. You can easily kick it out of the way. If it bites you and then you have typically, so I grew up like quail hunting tournaments and stuff where there's like
Hmm.
thousands of dogs and we bred dogs. So I've been around a lot of dogs. So typically your wounds will get affected
Hmm.
because the dog's mouth is not clean. That is a lie. It is very dirty.
Yeah.
Tons of bacteria in there. So you go in there and then you get bit, and typically the proper way to go about it is you call an ambulance, now you make a record, now you go take a drug test, and then it just goes downhill from there. And then
Right.
that's what I tell them, was like, I do not want to spend my day doing this.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
Get
that
your
dog bites me
get
and
your
if
dog
it
on a leash.
breaks any kind of skin, I'm calling an ambulance,
Yeah.
taking a drug test.
Clapper is an
So it's
app.
not worth it.
Watch
Not
out for
worth it.
YouTube's new guidelines for hate speech and violent speech. Well, we don't do any of that on the Dope and Tape show. We just fucking drop some F
No.
bombs here and there. There's no
Yeah.
hate speech. I did have a fucking hater come about on my page on Easter, and I got so much joy out of it. It brought me so much joy.
I know it did. I could tell you were getting some
Oh my
enjoyment out of
god, like
that.
So
because
you can do 300 units in a day.
So I did 12. I had a like I told you, I had help today, but if I start at 8 and go until like 4, run the maintenance guys ragged, I could do 300 in a day.
Jeez.
But
Because
I don't take a
for an
lunch. I
example
make
for the
them work.
listeners,
that's a lot.
with an hour lunch and then like the maintenance guys are on top of their game, 150 is a good day. So I mean that's a good 8 hour day is 150. So 300 is wild.
Hmm.
Quick, gotta be
Now,
quick.
now remember, we have like some of these units only have 3 heads and a fire extinguisher. It takes me longer to tag the extinguisher than it does to look at the heads. You know what I mean?
Yo, no, absolutely. I mean, you're a stud for doing that. I mean, that's a
Hell
lot.
yeah, all gas, no brakes, baby.
That's right.
Woo! I
That's
did.
freaking
I
getting
have
it done.
one like apartment. Um, I don't know story I guess where we changed out all the heads in this nasty old apartment building. It was a copper system. So I go to loosen my first head and like it's unscrewing, but it's like it's kind of fucking turning a little bit. Come to find out, all the copper drops when you go to take the head out. The copper drop was just twisting. It was just twisting the soft copper
Ooh.
above the hard ceiling. In like the gangster, we're in like we're in Malden, which is a Boston. It's in Boston, but it's like not really the best high rise. You got gangsters just sitting here. They're smoking pot on the couch, and I'm like sawzalling their kitchen ceiling open, and now I'm trying to solder and cockroaches and mice and just all the smells. I don't know how you guys can do it.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
you
cut the
you ever
drywall all day before I break a head up in there though. I'll cut the drywall, send them the bill for that drywall, and save breaking the pipe laid way down the run somewhere.
Right.
yeah, Chad,
I'll
you
cut it every
ever
time and I'll throw that in the repair quote. I'll say, listen, we're gonna add 30 minutes of labor to each head because I'm gonna cut in the wall and change it out right. I'm not gonna break your pipe up in the ceiling.
True
Put
that.
a fucking pipe
yes.
wrench up in the ceiling and actually get it off of there. Some of
Yep.
those guys don't use dope and tape, and it shows.
And it's fucking seized on there, baby.
So now we
Yeah.
got now we got to ask you, is it you do dope and tape or tape and dope?
Dope and
Dope and
tape.
tape.
That's it, baby. Yes,
Dope
the
and tape.
NFPA just kind of updated something about it, and everybody keeps sending me the same shit. And listen, Massachusetts isn't using the 2023 yet, so get off of me. People
You
are
can
saying,
use
That's
some.
people are
You can
saying
use all the
NFPA,
dope and tape you want. You still got to tighten that shit down on there. You know what I
NFP,
mean? Like
yeah,
people are
yeah.
sending me something from the 2023 NFPA where they say you can only use one or the other.
one or the other is what I've heard.
That's such an old guy thing. That's what they
One or the
say. The
other.
old guys always tell you one or the other.
Nah,
I'm using
both.
both.
I would still use both.
That's why I did the post. Come and take it. Because I got my dope and my tape, and
Come
you can
and
come and
take it.
fucking take it if you want.
Hey, I got a good sprinkler question for you guys that I heard recently. So 6 foot flex hoses are the longest ones out right now, correct? 6 foot flex hoses?
As far as I know.
As
Yes.
far as I know.
Well,
Okay, so how do
I've
you
ordered as
how
well.
do you determine? Okay, so I heard they do it by the bends. You guys might have to help me out on this. The bends are what they get like how if it slows down your readings is going to be how many bends it can have per 6 feet. I think you can have 3 bends or something like that. Do you guys know anything about that on the flex hoses?
I thought when it came to calcs, it was just like a flex hose is worth X amount of calcs. Didn't matter the bends.
I so someone told me the bends changed
So
the
I had
calculations on it.
from Brian, he sent me this nifty. Uh, can we figure out his question with this, Bry? You explain it and I'll slide it. What do I do? Which way do you want me to go,
No,
kid?
no, that's a hydraulic calculator.
Yeah, he's asking
Um,
about hydraulic calcs and the flex hose.
yeah, let me.
Is there
I
flex
can
hose
you
on
pull it
this?
up so I can see it? So I sent you and Dorian one, but I sent y'all the two I have. Um, yeah, I can't see that.
It's coming in pretty fucking clear on my end.
Yeah, well,
Where did you get that, Brian?
Where's
I
Tyson?
went to
Tyson, you still
Patterson
on here?
Pump. I went to school there.
Tyson.
Brian, have you heard of Fire University in New Jersey?
I
Oh,
have not.
New
You know who?
Jersey.
You know who I should ask?
Hold on, New Jersey.
Um,
I just had a guy that I feel bad for reach out from New Jersey. I had a New Jersey question. I want to know his name though, so I could fucking. It's Tyler. No, Tyler's the one in Mass. So there's a guy in New Jersey that's asking me about certificates. New Jersey certificates. Where'd you go, buddy? New Jersey. It's Charlie. I've been doing sprinkler fitting for
yeah, I
one
can.
year. How do
I'll
you
find that
get
out.
any certifications? I asked him, where are you? He says he's in New Jersey. I asked him if he has apprentice card. He said he doesn't. They're non-union. They're nothing. So what's the process in New Jersey? Do we have anybody from New Jersey in here that has any idea what I can tell my buddy Charlie about how does he get his certificates in New Jersey? It seems like he's working for a company that didn't register him as an apprentice, and
Mm-hmm.
there's actually another guy that I'm talking to, Tyler, who's in my area, and he's completed all of his schooling. He literally he has a certificate for 4 years of schooling, and the company never registered him as an apprentice. So he's been doing sprinklers for 5 years. He's never got registered as an apprentice, and they just registered him 6 months ago. But he completed all of his
Mm-hmm.
schooling. So he just went to go apply for his test, and the state is like, "You've only been a sprinkler fitter registered for 6 months. You can't. You need to do another 3.5 years."
Can't he backlog that with his hours of his journeyman? Like, can he prove that it's been more than 6 months?
I don't think they're gonna let him use. I don't think any of that time counts if he wasn't registered.
Hey, should I randomly FaceTime Mildred and to ask that 6 foot question?
Isn't it cool how you can just plug your people in on questions that you got? You can just make a text or a phone call and be like, "Oh, I got a guy for that."
I wish
Yeah, I
Tyson.
text. I just don't know. I just don't know if I should like randomly just
I
show
could
up on
just.
her.
I'll text Tyson.
Yeah. Well, Mildred's she's an engineer. Oh, level 3. So
Yeah. All right.
or level 4. She's a
Do it. See
freaking
what happens.
beast. Yeah, let's see what happens.
It's easy. It's easy from over here. Call her up.
Yeah, I will from over here. All right. Let's see if she
You're
answers.
doing good. I texted Tyson. We'll see if he jumps on, and we can ask him about that. That's what I wanted to touch on, that New Jersey thing and the
It's
surge.
ringing.
What else did I got? That's it. I think I touched everything.
Who do we
Hang on,
have
I
next
heard it.
week? Who we have? Well, we're gonna be on a show tomorrow. We don't know when it's gonna air. And who we got?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We have your guy on Thursday. Art is on.
Okay, cool. I'll reach out to him and make sure. So he's a company owner.
What's he about? Oh, he owns a sprinkler company?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. And then the 18th, we got Elliot Dennis. Another one of you guys.
Didn't answer.
Yeah, Mildred's like, what's this weirdo calling me for? Elliot Dennis on the 18th. Oh, we got 420's
Oh, she's
open.
calling.
420's
She's
open.
calling.
We leave that open for a reason. We need like a big pot smoker to come on 420. Just like fucking, yo, Teague, go get a couple grams of dabs. Get the rig cleaned, all right?
Do I need to get
Four,
on?
420. Did she call back?
Yeah, yeah. She's connected. Come on. It's connecting.
Hey, you guys, I like Dawn too. Dawn,
Yo,
I get a kick out of Dawn too, Bobby.
what's up? Say
Dawn's
hey.
Hi. You
Can
just
y'all here? Let me put the
you're aiming
put
at
the
the
mic.
aim it
All
down.
right.
Aim it down, Brian. There we go.
Easy.
Yep.
All right. So here's the question: Are you familiar with the 6 foot flex hoses, the flex heads?
Yeah.
So yeah. So Chad said that because of calc, you cannot do more than 3 bends. Is that right?
I actually don't know how many bends is on that one, but 3 sounds very, very low.
On a 6 foot?
Yeah.
Would bends change the calc of the sprinkler head?
No. So you have an equivalent length that you use for the calcs, but the bends are just like how many bends you can actually do in the field for that. You don't have to include them in the calcs, or at least I've never done that.
So it just goes by the length of the hose.
Yeah, just the length of the hose.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Well, length of the hose, there in the cut sheets, there's an equivalent length. And there, I think it's equivalent to like schedule 41 inch.
Gotcha.
So it's not the actual like 6 foot. They'll give you something like ridiculous, like 40 feet or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
That's
Gotcha.
basically
That's
like your friction loss through the hose.
so
Gotcha.
one flex head is the equivalent to give or take like 40 feet of 1 inch pipe.
Yeah,
I
think like
remember.
the 48
Gotcha.
inch is like 31 feet or something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's ringing a bell. Well, we appreciate you answering. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for answering. I was on the show. I was like, should I call her? Should I just call her?
Talk about your endocannabinoid system on the 20th. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
Wayne.
Cool. Thank you.
I like that. The
Bye.
endocannabinoid. This is design shit. Oh, here's Tyson. Yeah, bro, you're our guy, you know? You're our guy, right?
Yeah. Well, Mildred came for the. She came for to
Above
the
my
rescue.
pay grade. Yeah, so we were asking about a 6 foot flex hose, and it's like the equivalent. To do calcs, they just coincide it with like X amount of 1 inch pipe. So a 6 inch flex
Mhm.
hose is like the equivalent of 40 feet of 1 inch pipe. You know,
That's awesome.
but
How do you like the flex hoses, Bobby?
Freaking love them, huh?
Fuck
uh,
yeah, it makes that
I,
job nice and easy.
I love. It's a love hate. It's a love hate thing. Um, definitely takes away. It burns. It probably burns 2 weeks off of a fucking 200 head job or something like that. It fucking goes fast. And the 1 inch coupling ones that I'm just doing with you Vic them on. I don't know, maybe fucking 10 out of 100. They like have this like one little drip, and you gotta like go up there and play with the coupling and fucking move it
Right.
about a little bit. I don't know. It's like I don't like the washer on the coupling. I don't like the
I don't either.
I don't
Yeah.
like that fucking washer on there, man. Just why can't how much money are you saving? If I can't just get another bolt?
Right.
Just give me the 2 bolts. 6 feet equals 42 feet. But if you kink and bend it, then it changes.
Yep.
I thought you said you didn't know, Tyson. This is why I texted you, because you did know. You know things that you don't even know.
That's how smart he is. That's
That's it.
freaking Tyson the Wizard. I think he was just trying to be humble, you know.
Yeah, he played it
Hmm.
off well, both of those. People will reach out to me and they'll be like, "Are you the best sprinkler fitter ever?" I'm like, "No, you got to meet Tyson."
Yes, right.
And if you
Tyson's the real deal.
the
He's
real
the real
deal.
deal.
You seen this, Tyson? You know how to use this fancy fucking thing?
I wonder if he's seen one.
From my boy Brian. I never seen it. He sent it in the mail. I'm like, I'm gonna take this to work and show one of the old timers. Like,
So I
it's
sent I
all you can
sent
see
you
is
one and
reflection.
I sent Darian one.
Thanks for the praise. Yeah, did he know how to use it?
Darian didn't she I don't think she's ever seen it. She was
Oh,
like, "Thanks for the
sorry.
card. It's cool."
Thanks for the card. Yeah, I mean, so you're out on the job, you show up, you're fucking ready to get shit going, and you're like, hold on, and you play with this thing and figure something out.
Yeah, that helps me know how many hoses and at what pedo I need to run the hoses. It's super quick. So
Yeah,
Flow
I don't
Monster
think we do it like that.
also has so Flow Monster also has like a little chart that's really easy to use,
Yeah.
but that's easy to use too. But on the back, like if my company asked me to do the hydraulic calculations and like draw a map on site or something like that, that's how I do that calculations. Because otherwise it is
Oh,
terrible.
you find it on the front, and then the answers are on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't use a pitot-less nozzle?
No, I do. Well, you know, you can do open atmosphere, you can run
Hmm.
hoses, you can have different size diameter on the hoses. So I mean, there's lots of different ways you can divide that out.
Yeah, forgive me if I sound. I
That
just.
card was also like given to me like 6 years ago.
So I've been to the
So it might
anytime I build a pump, I'm a part of commissioning it and testing it, and the dude that is in charge of that at our company that has the trailer with the hose monsters and the fire pump on the trailer and all that. So he sets the hose monster up, and then we got 1/4 inch tubing that goes into that pitot-less nozzle, okay? And the 1/4 inch tubing goes all the way back to you with your oil gauge in your hand, and your other hand is on the valve. So there's none of this like more or less. You're controlling the flow and you're reading it instantly. Um,
Yeah, so that's the new way to do it. Flow Monster does that. It's I think they're 4 to 5 grand depending on like the full equipment, but you know, it comes with boxes and then the
we got
hoses and
we got
that's
old ass hose monsters. We just
bro,
put the
it's the
fucking.
best. It's the
Oh
best.
yeah, this guy's insane. This is the guy that does a lot of the testing for us.
Yeah, the little hose monsters are amazing. If you do pumps, get that
These are the
with
old
the
big
remote
red ones, but
reader.
he just
Woo!
got his own shit going.
Yeah, that's gnarly.
Oh, as a remote reader. What do you got?
Yeah, so
Bluetooth?
it's called a remote reader. Yeah, so you don't have to get
Uh,
soaking wet anymore. But if I had an apprentice, I ain't pulling that thing out. I'm getting at least for
Ah,
at least for a while.
yeah,
how often do you get dirty, Brian? Do you get dirty anymore?
Not anymore, man. No,
I like to get a
ever.
little dirty every now and then.
No, I miss it. I miss it. I just want to crack open a dry system, you know? Like get my
Right.
hand in there. But no, I mean I might crawl around with a tape measure, but that's about all I'm doing. It's mainly meetings and meeting people and I do engineering classes at factories and so that's my job. I talk to people now.
you guys work
That's
Monday?
cool.
Does you have work Monday?
Um, I was planning on working Monday. What's going on?
It's Patriots Day. It's Marathon Monday, baby. Like it's a holiday for us. But
What day?
it's Patriots Day.
Like the team?
No, like fucking the Patriots. Like
Bro,
not.
it's not even on my calendar. So
It's also Marathon Monday, and they like so all the people in their spandex are gonna come running through the city, and you don't want to be there.
Whoa.
You do not want to be
So I
there.
know I know that
The
the
Boston
18th is
Marathon.
tax day.
I already
That's a
did,
day.
I already did that. I like to do those babies. I like to get the taxes as soon as I get the W-2. Send it out so the tax guy gets your shit first instead of like fucking waiting weeks and weeks. You got to do it anyway. Just do it like right away, and then you get them right back. But yeah, Monday's a holiday.
Interesting.
In
In
what state am I in, Brian?
in Mass. That's why I
Mass.
call it.
Mass.
Yeah. Boston Mass, that's it. That's it.
I
No
like the
need to call it anything else.
yeah. Just go with the whole name.
Yeah, Boston. Boston. Just call it
Boston.
Boston. Throw a little accent in there.
It's Boston, kid.
Boston.
I like that accent, to be honest with you. It's kind of dicky in a little way. It's kind of rude, but I like it. It's straight to the point.
It's
I
like
pick up on
Yeah.
accents, and Boston's got a good one. They're kind of dickheads, but they get the point across. I appreciate it.
definitely dickheads. That's why we call us
I
massholes.
love it.
Like they call us
I love it
Yeah.
when you
masshole.
hear a woman like deep Boston accent, you
Oh
know?
Call
yeah,
you a bastard.
like
Call
some
you a
like
bastard.
you gotta find like a 50-year-old lady that was born and raised in Southie and have a conversation with her. Her accent would be phenomenal. I'm not I'm not like from Boston. I just work in Boston, so what I have, I don't think that my accent's that bad. As opposed to
No,
someone
it's not
who
that
as
bad.
opposed to someone who grew up there, and now I'm hours and hours away from work, but when I'm like on the job and I'm around all those Boston people, I feel like it turns on a little bit more. Like right now, I don't feel like I have it at
Well,
all.
you have a reel where a guy, um, I forgot you were using the soundbite, but he was like behind your van or something like that. You remember that?
No, what happened? He was behind my
What
van.
did he say? He was like, "Put a wrench on it, Bobby," or something
Oh,
like that.
that's sucking Steve.
Dude, that accent was deep.
That's
That
Steve. He's
accent
from
is
New
deep.
Hampshire.
Is he?
I
Wow.
think he commutes down from New Hampshire. But like
New Hampshire.
you
See,
work
I
in
can say that. I can say New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't say the state that you're from, you
New
know?
Hampshire. Live
The
free or
full the
die. That's
full
that's what New Hampshire says. Live free or die. So that's it.
Yeah, I gave up and I'm sticking with Massachusetts, okay? That's what I'm sticking with. That's as close as I can get. That's what it comes out sounding like. So from what you get from me.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, all right?
I think Tyson sent me the thing about all the Massachusetts towns. Like we got some to me they're normal, but like to other people reading like the names of our towns. Like so from where I'm from is it's Leominster, but it's spelt Leo Minister. They have like all these names that we like, Worcester, but it's spelt
From
fucking
what?
Warchester. I don't know, like we don't say it the way that it's spelled. It's fucking weird. I'll find it and I'll post it. Um, they show it written out, and then they have like someone from Boston read it.
And they're like, "What?"
It's totally
This isn't
different.
it at
It's so
all.
oh no, they ask someone to read it like that's not from around here, and they say it all fucked up, and then they tell them how you're really supposed to say it. It's
That's
Massachusetts,
crazy.
baby.
Well, hey man,
That was
thank you
already an
so
hour.
much
That
for
was
coming
quick.
on
That
the
was a quick
show.
one.
That was quick because we were having fun, dude. Chad, that was awesome. We gotta do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Fuck yeah. This is
Maybe
I'm
we'll
episode.
have
supportive.
like two people on, do four.
I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing, man. Anything that gets anybody interested in doing what we're doing, I'm a fan of it. You're killing it in that aspect. I'm gonna help you as much as I can.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I love the videos. You saying
Appreciate it.
Big Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie, he posts some funny
Yeah, shout
shit
out to Don.
from
Shout out to Cody Wayne in Dallas, Texas. I got a nice. I like that kid. I
Yeah.
like him.
he's
He's
funny.
Dude,
good
he's
peeps,
Wayne.
freaking living life out there.
bro. The
We have to do
cowboy
another
hat
The
show.
shooting off a
cowboy
hydrant.
the cowboy hat and the
What?
overalls, and he's always hit
Yeah,
the
he's
Fuck
butt.
yeah.
He's
killer.
fucking fucking love those too. And Quentin, there's a lot of guys that are starting to post every day. Quentin Shaggy, keep on posting. Tag me. I'll share it.
Yeah, tag us. I love sharing it. Man, I
Every
love
time I do
sharing it.
something, I want to just tag everybody, but I don't know who the fuck I should be. I gotta just make a list of everybody. Just tag everybody on every video.
I'm kind of like Bobby though. I'm by myself. You know what I mean? So I could take fucking 5 minutes to make a little time lapse really quick and head on to
Yeah.
the next. You know, it's
That's it.
nice.
Keep
I
the
try
videos
to do it,
flowing.
but like today I did an engineering class, and sometimes I feel weird like propping up my video in front of like 4 engineers teaching a class real quick. Some people don't get it.
Like tomorrow, like I have tomorrow's reel is already ready. I already have it. It's ready. It's got the music. It's got the fucking hashtags. Like so, like tomorrow at like 10, I'm just gonna fucking hit. It would take me like 4 seconds to post it. I on the days that we don't have the show, I'll sit there and I make my reels. And then I like save them, and then I like look at them again. I probably got 20 drafts right now. I could just fucking rapid fire to you guys.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back at it. So
Bobby's a freak, man. Bobby's the influencer of all influence.
The
You're the man.
oh yeah,
Keep it going, Bobby.
yeah, I got so the hater that came at me before we go on Easter, he called me an influencer. He told me to stop pretending to be a sprinkler fitter. He said you're an influencer. Stop pretending to be a sprinkler fitter. I fucking it
that's a
made
great compliment.
it made my day. Yeah, it was
Dude,
fucking
he caused more chatter about his reel in the first place. The guy's, it went spike up as soon as he started hating on it. I chimed in there too,
yeah,
like,
dude.
thank you.
It had 11,000 views, right? And like 200 likes, and it was stagnant. It was 2 weeks old. And then this guy started calling me an apprentice and telling me that I'm not a sprinkler fitter and fucking all this shit. Now it's got 25,000 views and like fucking 290 shares and 700 likes. The haters boost that shit like phenomenally. So fucking bring it.
How are you gonna be a sprinkler fitter and hate on another sprinkler fitter for posting what he does though? Like, come on,
Yeah.
I
guy.
know.
Like,
And then
we're on the
you have
same fucking team.
a
How you
private
how you gonna be
page.
another guy just hating on another guy? Like
Right.
unless you're posting videos of like beating an animal or something, like how are you gonna hate on someone that's just doing what they're doing? You know? What the fuck?
And it's man shit.
Yeah,
You're not combing a
it's
doll's
gotta just
hair or
be a
something. Like
grumpy
you're
old it's
doing
gotta just be
man
a grumpy
shit.
old guy that fucking what are you gonna do? You know? My bad. I'll come and dope tape heads for you, bud, if it makes you feel better.
Man, you guys are causing, whether it's positive, negative, whatever, you guys are causing chatter about our industry. And that's like super. I mean, trying to get like a plumber or a residential guy to come over and then you kind of give him the gist of fire protection and tell him like the safety aspect for it, what a sprinkler system actually does, and watch them fucking show them a video of a sprinkler system putting out a fire. You know what I mean? And then you get them excited about it, and it's like it's the same work, but it's more rewarding, in my opinion. I think it's
Yeah,
way
you're
more
doing
rewarding
something that really matters.
Jealousy's the root of all evil.
for sure.
Doing something that really matters.
It's the community, man. It's everybody. Everybody that's watching. If you're watching live, you're watching the replay. If you're listening on Spotify, we
Man, we
appreciate you.
appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Fire
keep
protection
it up.
industry growing. Keep on spreading the love. Tag everybody. Share everything. You guys are great. Thanks for coming on, Chad.
Thank you,
Yeah, no
Chad.
worries, man. I appreciate you guys having me
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're gonna have to do it again.
for sure.
All right.
You know the fishing stories. Well, I'll have to give you some more of those. But we could have some few conversations about that one night.
Let's do it
Yeah.
next. I mean that's a trade. Let's we'll just do a fishing trade. I'm super
What do we
curious
got
about it.
coming
That's
up?
a crazy life.
So early May, we have all openings. 2, 4, 9, 11, and we got 420 open.
I say, who
Brian's
was the
dad on
guy?
the 16th, episode 50.
What episode is this?
This is episode 40.
40.
You
You guys
believe
are
that
40
shit?
deep now. That's
40
crazy.
episodes, dude. It's fucking crazy.
You said my dad's on May 16th, right?
Your dad is on May 16th, yep. Right? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yep.
Cool. I gotta run, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But we
Thank
got
you, Chad. See you, Bob.